48 घंटे के अंदर अपन ब्रेकिंग करेंगे।
So
Yeah,
I'm Smriti from DM
yeah,
Talkies, and
yeah.
it's an absolute honor to talk to
Thank
you, to
you.
be able to talk to you. And I absolutely enjoyed your performance in Dispatch. It was mind blowing. It was really nice. It was something I
Thank
didn't.
you.
I was expecting it to be a good performance, but it just went like a bit notch, up. So I absolutely loved it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So here are my questions for you, sir. So, Dispatch as a movie is very intense, right from the start until the end. And my question to you is, how do you prepare for such intense roles? And also at the same time, how was it working with Kanu Bell as a writer director? He's one of the prolific writer directors in the cinema.
Look, I mean,
So
preparation for every film is very, very different. Uh, for every character, it requires a different approach altogether. Uh, but uh, but Kanu Bahal here is a strict, taskmaster. He always comes up with his own ideas of workshop for every film. For this film, he kept a workshop for 2 months, where I have attended the workshop for a month, and every day going to the workshop and stay there till late in the evening. It really makes you go through a lot of grind in trying to find the character. So before you start the film, you are there, you are ready to shoot. But that 1 month workshop, and then uh, for 1.5 months, 2 months of shooting, uh, it's a world that you get into. It's hard to come out. He keeps you engaged. Your mind is engaged. You are completely cut off from your family. You really don't understand anything else but the character that you're playing, the dark side of the character that that you stay with. uh, so it's never about camera stopping and Manoj Bajpayee coming into his own. It's always Joy Bag for 3 months. It's just the character and nothing else. So yeah, it's a hard one. It's a difficult one. But once you are there, you really don't. You are just there. You are not caring about anything else.
absolutely, so it actually shows in your performance also that like you guys have really put in a lot of work in there
Right.
to make it look intense. So my next question is, the movie is about journalism and how it plays a crucial role, in the functioning of things, in society as, in general. And how important do you think is journalism in this day and age, especially, you know, as a, agency of change? Because I mean, like, journalism is not seen as much as something that could change the world right now. So what is your take on that?
I mean, the journalism in 90s was different from the journalism of today. It's more corporate. It's more of a professional, very, very professional job where uh, people are trying to find out the truth or through on Google. It's it and the time that we are talking about in the film is the time when you are going to the fact. You are risking your life. You are going through so much of so many dangerous areas where each and every moment is life risking. Those were the days. It's more now. It's more corporatized. Is everything is happening on computer. Most of the papers are being submitted, which where the R&D is done on Google, on websites. That's how the evidences are getting collected now. But those were the times when each and every evidence um, used to take so much of time, energy, passion, and also it it involves so much of danger, right? So we are talking about that time in this film.
The movie also talks about two major scams which that shook the country, back then. One is the 2G scam and the Premier League scam. Why do you think it's important to convey such, real life stories? Why do you think it's important?
I don't know. I mean, I think Kanu Bahl will be the right person to answer this because he's the co-writer, and Ishani Banerjee, who's also who's the writer of this film. Um, Somewhere, I think Kanu was quite intrigued and disturbed by the state of journalism in the country, and that is when he started working on it with Ishani Banerjee. Uh, but they have done a lot of research before they started writing the film. And that research actually shows in the film. There are so many technicalities. There are so many names. There are so many people involved, and how this whole nexus is, is is actually hardcore. You know, uh, uh, they are so hardcore that it takes a dangerous form of associations and nexus, right? That actually scares the hell out of anyone who is watching the film. Yeah, the what all is happening when we are busy leading our life, it's something quite intriguing uh, and quite scary, right?
Yeah, it's very like the kind of links that was formed in the movie, regarding these two
Right,
scam. It was quite scary because a
right,
lot of it did not come. Like a lot of it, I think, a lot of us don't even remember a lot of portions about what happened then. So this movie is
right,
like a good reminder of what happened back then.
right.
There are a lot of films and shows being made on journalism as a backdrop, and your Dispatch is one of the few movies that does not go over the top with even with the writing and with your performances, of you and the entire cast in the movie. How do you make sure that you, as an actor, also do not go OTT, over the top, with your performance?
Oh, it's over the top is something. I mean, that's not in our personality, right? We try to be real, uh, uh, and we when we are performing, we are really not playing to the gallery. We are just trying to stick to the character and the situation. When you do that, you definitely everything else is taken care of. We are not even thinking on that line.
This is my last question to you. So your character Joy Bag, he's a thorough professional journalist, but as a person, he's a little bit, gray character because he's having a bad marriage and he's having affairs in the side. Do you think we need more characters like him who is morally gray, who is not seen as a perfect, person, who has everything sorted out, he's doing out there to, make
Right.
change the world and
I mean, not every life is same. Joy's life is completely on the brink of falling down. He is giving into the greed. He is trying to make his life all over again, but more desperate he becomes, more deeper he falls, right? So this is a character study of a different kind of a human being. Uh, all of us have grays, but joy is far more gray that you can easily find. You cannot easily find. Uh, and that is why it becomes very important that you make a film on somebody like him who's so gray, so complicated, so complex that really, you really don't know whether to sympathize with him or to hate him. Yeah, so that's the beauty of this guy, and he's the product of this changing time, the modern time.
mm, that's true. So these are my questions for you. I like once again, I absolutely enjoyed watching you on Dispatch, and
Thank you.
it was an absolute honor to be able to speak to you. And I had a fan
Thank you.
moment as
Thank you,
well.
Smriti.
So yeah, thank you so much,
Thank
sir. Thank you
you.
so much for your time.
Thank you, Smriti. Thank you. Thank you very much.